just because you aren't loving the pace, the grind, the 60-hour, 70-hour, 80-hour work weeks doesn't mean you're not a good doctor. You're not a good surgeon. Think stepping back means giving up your calling. Think again. Retirement can actually be reinvention, not retreat. Who says doctors really retire? Meet Dr. John, a veteran surgeon who left the OR to heal on his own terms. Think stepping back means giving up your calling. Think again. His bold story could change how you see retirement and your future in medicine. I'm Dr. Ariana Demers, the queen of business orthobiologics, and I am leading the way in orthopedic surgery innovation, shaping medical practices for success. You'll hear how a senior doctor turned burnout into his second act. Instead of quitting medicine, he built a flexible, joy-filled practice on his own terms. I'll share his journey and how I've applied these lessons, showing that retirement can be a fresh beginning, not the end of your calling. Here's the secret. Dr. John is a composite of several physicians I know, and maybe a bit of my future self. And Dr. John was a top orthopedic surgeon for the last 30 years. Well-known, well-respected, patients loved him, but 80-hour work weeks, paperwork, he was buried. He hit his 60s exhausted, counting the days to retirement, like his prison sentence. Then everything changed. Curious about regenerative medicine, PRP, ultrasound injections, he attended a workshop. And in that workshop, he felt the spark return. He realized he didn't need to quit medicine. He just needed to quit the grind. He closed his surgical practice, rested, reset, and launched a part-time, cash-based regenerative clinic. 3 days a week, no insurance battles, just focused patient care. He added free monthly teaching sessions for young doctors, took short locums assignments, went abroad with his wife. These were workcations that kept medicine fun. Now, colleagues doubted him. Don't miss out. Please subscribe to our newsletter now to stay ahead of the world of orthobiologics. You can find the link below. Additionally, if you're ready to start this journey with me in my Orthobiologics Masterclass, come join us. But patient gratitude and the joy of new skill fueled him. Tech hurdles, marketing a cash-based practice challenged him, yet he loved that growth. Within a year, he was energized and doing only the parts of medicine that he loved. Lessons learned: purpose doesn't retire. Healing can continue in new ways. Number 2, set your pace. Usually, the work isn't the problem, it's the dose. Working few hours rekindles your joy. Lesson number 3, keep learning. Learning new skills can rekindle that spark, that excitement in what you do. And lesson number 4, own your story. Don't let someone else tell you how to live your life. Just because you chose one path doesn't mean you have to stay on that path. We've been told that you just have to see it out to the end. But what if you can reinvent yourself? Reinvent the way that you deliver care to your patients that also serves you, that allows for time and space for your life, for your hobbies, for joy, all the while still providing amazing, life-changing care for your patients. So there's this myth that when surgeons retire, or maybe it's not a myth, maybe it's reality, you die. Right? You work until you die, actually keel over in the operating room. We don't want that. There's got to be more to that. There's all the rest of your life. And why do we work so hard if we can't enjoy our life? So I am going to challenge you to really start thinking about what you get to retire to, whether that's today, next week, next month, next year, instead of what are you retiring from? Just because you aren't loving the pace, the grind, the 60-hour, 70-hour, 80-hour work weeks doesn't mean you're not a good doctor. You're not a good surgeon. What I have found is that when asked, most doctors wouldn't actually stop working. They would just reduce the dose. 2 days a week, 3 days a week, more leisurely pace, time to work out, time to spend with family, time for lunch. And in that thought process, you start to construct the practice that you can retire to, not from. Now, does it include surgery? Maybe, maybe not. Does it include patient care? Usually, but not always. Does it include teaching, giving back, instilling a new way of thinking and a new way of caring for patients in the next generation of physicians? Yes or no, depending. But you get the freedom to decide. You get the freedom to construct the life and the practice that you're retiring to, instead of just trying to get out of the frying pan into the fire and retiring from this awful practice, this grind, this really unsustainable way that we currently practice medicine. Retirement can actually be reinvention, not retreat. So retirement isn't an end. It's the freedom to design your next chapter. Whether you just cut hours, teach, travel, start a micro practice, reduce the dose, stop the grind, you can keep your calling alive on your terms. Continue caring for your patients deeply. You want more tips on creating your second act? Subscribe to this channel for weekly stories and strategies. Join my newsletter for exclusive insights to help you design a practice and a life on your own terms. Your next chapter starts today.